Hello everyone, welcome back once again in my YouTube channel. So guys, I hope you have seen my previous video. In that video, I have explained how we are going to achieve synchronization with the help of synchronized method. That is point number 14. So in this video, I am going to explain how we are going to achieve synchronization with the help of synchronized block. That means it is the continuation video of previous video. So guys, please be concentrated because this is most important interview topic as well. Sometimes the interviewer may ask how you are going to achieve synchronization. That time you can tell to them, yes, I know very well. If we want to achieve synchronization, we have multiple ways. So with the help of synchronized method, with the help of synchronized block, with the help of static synchronization, right? These are three way by which we can synchronize our we can use synchronization concept in our application. So let's see, without any further delay, we'll start. Guys, see. So I mentioned, so this video completely talks about how we are going to achieve synchronization with the help of synchronized block in Java. So guys will understand real world example, and you know very well guys, if you are going to implement any application just like book my show, make my trip, so we are going to implement in same way. So guys, see second slide what I'm going to use. So I hope you have seen my previous video. Already I've used synchronized method. So if you would like to use synchronized method, then in which case you want to use synchronized block. Correct guys? That the things will explain in this video. So guys, this is our snippet of code. Accordingly, I will explain in real time explanation in front of you guys. So guys, so let's move to our IDE. So guys, you know very well. So in last class I have discussed about how to achieve synchronization with the help of synchronized method. So that application need to open. Yes. So guys, see, you can see this application already I have explained in previous video. So in last video I explained if you would like to achieve synchronization with the help of synchronized method, you can see guys. So what will happen guys if you would like to use synchronized method and how you get synchronization concept guys? Understand this example guys. See guys, see if you have two thread here, so one thread by Sumit and one thread is Rohit, right? Suppose if he wants to book the seat in our this book application, right? Movie book application. So you can see here total if you have 10 seat, right? If you have total 10 seat and this two thread is booking the seat. First thread, suppose Sumit is booking 7 seat and second thread Rohit booking 5 seat. But we have only 10 seat. It's not possible, right? Directly it will tell. So one thread definitely it can book the seat. Yes or no? The thread which will go first inside this block, definitely they can book the seat. It may be Rohit, it may be Sumit. But once one thread book the seat, so remaining seat only we get, it may be 3 or it may be 5. Because see, if this thread will go first to book the seat, so seat will be only 3 guys because 7 seat booked by this Sumit thread. But guys, suppose if Rohit thread will enter into synchronized block, that means they will book 5 seat, only 5 seat will remain. So other thread cannot book the seat because this thread need to book 7 seat, but 5 seat only remaining guys. So guys, that is the concept with the help of synchronized block. That means one thread, once they are going to execute our booksit method, so other thread will come into lock state gap. So once first thread will perform his task, then second thread come into picture. That means that is synchronized block. So synchronized method guys, sorry, this is synchronized method. So until unless first thread complete his task, other thread will come into lock state. But guys, see, I'm giving some guy real time example. So why synchronized block came into picture. This example, this explanation completely talks about synchronized block. Why we need synchronized block? What is the advantage you can get over the synchronized method? Guys, see, suppose if you will have this method contain, guys, suppose this book sheet method contains suppose 5,000 lines, guys. Suppose this book sheet method contains 5,000 lines, guys. See, sir, I'm writing some statement, guys. Sys out I'm writing a suppose printing some statement here. Hello thread dot current thread dot get name. Guys, see, suppose, guys, in this method I am writing some more other line, guys. Okay, some other more line I am going to write, guys. Guys, see, this 5 line I have added, okay, and guys, see, other 5 line I have added in this place as well. Guys, see, so guys, I have 10 lines added. Okay, earlier only it was, guys, what, 7 to 8 lines, right? But guys, I've added 10 lines extra. Then tell me, guys, suppose if we have 2 threads, okay, understand? Okay, please be focused what I'm going to tell you. Suppose, guys, if we have 2 threads, Sumit and Rohit, okay, suppose once they are going to execute what, our this book sheet method. So I see, so unless first thread not complete his task, second thread will come into lock state only. This thing you know very well, correct? Yes. So let's see, suppose first thread came into picture to execute this task. So let's see, other thread will in lock state unless the first thread will not complete his task. That guy you can see. So the all the, suppose we need synchronization only with this step, guys. So no, we need synchronization only line number 18 to line number 25. But this line not necessary to what, synchronize, because we are not going to any what, data inconsistent related any concern, guy. We don't have any data inconsistency in this line, guy. Yes or no? In this line also, but we have only issue may happen this place. Okay, this line you need to make synchronized. Then, guy, this is unnecessary complete our method is blocked. We need this much of line only what, synchronized, but unnecessary we are keeping this line also under the synchronized. That is a big disadvantage. Suppose if your method contains 5,000 lines, 10,000 lines, and if you need only couples of lines need to synchronize, the unnecessary why we are going to keep entire method is synchronized. That guy, the main important feature came into multi-threading, that is called synchronized block. Guys, see, then guys, what we can do. So guys, see, first I will run the application in this synchronized method, guys. When we'll see what the problem we are facing, guys. First I will run the application, guys. See, guys, I'm running the application. You can see result. So when a thread, first thread is complete his task, then second thread came into picture, guys. Are you getting here? See, first thread 0 complete his task, then second thread coming to picture. Guys, you know why? The reason is, guys, see, because what, guys? The reason is what? See, because entire method, book sheet method, I have blocked. So once first thread complete his task, then second thread came into picture. Are you getting it? See, suppose this is Rohit or Sumit, any thread. First, if it will execute book sheet method, once it will complete his task, then other thread come into picture. That's guy, you can see the result here. So first thread 0 complete his task, then only thread 1 come into picture to perform the task, guy. Yes or no? So guy, due to this reason, guy, because we have used synchronized what keyword as a method level, guy, but it is completely not needed, guy, because if you would like to synchronize, if you would like to use synchronized concept in this particular line, why we are going to keep entire method is synchronized? Not needed, guy, not at all. So guys, what we can do, so in that case only we can use synchronize what for this lines of code, guys. Guys, see what we can do. Then we have a beautiful concept in our multi-threading app, that is what synchronized block. Guys, see synchronized block, you can see here. So I'm going to use this synchronized block as per this limited of lines, guys, where you need. Guys, see I'm going to copy these lines and I'm going to paste inside this synchronized block, guys. Guys, see this matrix means, guys, this is our current class object, okay? This is this, right? I'm using this current class object, okay? So guys, see now if you would like to what synchronize this particular lines, then guys, this is one block, correct, guys? This is a block. Then guys, I can remove this synchronized this place, because I'm not going to synchronize as a method level. I'm going to use synchronize as a block level, guys. So only that much of line I would like to use synchronize, not necessary, guys, this thing. That is, guys, you know what will happen, guys, if you're going to use synchronize block, not synchronize method, you will get benefited, guys, because guys, then both the thread, guys, came into picture in same time to execute this method, because this method is not a synchronized, this method is unsynchronized, you can say. We are not using any synchronized concept here, guys. So guys, both thread come into picture to what execute. So guys, these lines of code parallelly execute with this synchronized block, guys. Yes or no? Because we didn't keep synchronized what as a method level, guys. We have used it at a block level. So only that part will block, that only this part will execute what one by one. First will come into picture to execute this thing. Once it's complete, the other will what execute this block, guys. Okay, then now I will run the application. You can see what result will print, guys. So simultaneously both thread will execute this booksit method, guys. We'll see. Guys, see what is the result, guys. Guys, see. Tell me yes or no. So guys, see 0 thread, 1 thread. Both thread, guys, what executing same method simultaneously, parallelly, guys. You can see. Not like that first 0 will complete, then 1 come into picture. Okay, you can see. Okay, that is the most advantage feature, right, in our multi-threading over the synchronized method. Why we are going to use synchronized block? If guys you can use synchronized block, that means your method suppose contain 10,000 lines. Okay, so the thread will come into picture and execute parallelly, guys. But only this lines of code, guys, is blocked. Yes or no, guys? That only this block means this condition will block by synchronize. Correct, guys? So that is, guys, main thing synchronize block over to the synchronize method. Okay, I hope you understood. So why we should not what put synchronize as a method level. Suppose if you need only this much of line need to synchronize. Okay, so that is the best example, guys. So unnecessary blocking multiple line in your method, but keeping only this much of line, because you need this much of line, data inconsistency maybe happen, right? So yeah, that is synchronized block concept. So how you can achieve synchronization concept, guys, with the help of synchronized method. And guys, this example I've explained how to achieve synchronized block as well. So I hope you have seen and you have understood clearly, guys. So how synchronized block is useful over the synchronized method. So guys, that means you know also you can get one most important advantage, guys. So time taking, guy. So time requirement. So this guy, if you're going to synchronized block, so it will take very less time, guy, because you can see if 5 seconds you can operate all the things guys. But if you're using synchronized method, that means until unless first thread not complete this task, second thread not come into picture to execute respective method. But guys, this case you can see parallelly guys, this line also executing guys, and this line also executing, and also this synchronized block also executed by some thread. So you can perform guys, performance will increase guys, performance increase, not waiting time. So other thread is not waiting because other thread also perform some tasks, just like a line 11 to 15 or 30 to 34. Parallelly guy, this also synchronous block is executing guy. So no waiting time guy. So waiting time is less to perform the tasks parallelly. This thing is important concept for us if you are going to use synchronous block over the synchronous method. That's it guys from this video. If you like a video, please like, share, subscribe. So in next video, I will explain how we're going to use a static synchronized method. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Meet soon with next concept in next video. Thank you. Bye bye.